Deontay Wilder has come out and blamed his performance against Tyson Fury on the fact that the costume he wore to the ring was 40 plus pounds and his legs were tired when he got into the ring. Now, as baffling as that is, and as peculiar of a story, and as wild of an excuse as that possibly is, I also don't discredit or discount that there's a realness and a truth to it. Look, if you do anything as a human being, not just an athlete, if you do anything that you are not used to doing, you are going to get a result that you're not used to. Here's an example. If you run all the time, you're a runner, but it's always a flat surface, your legs and body over a very short period of time are just going to become conditioned to that. And you're not going to have that soreness that maybe you had on your first couple of days. That all goes away. But now if the same runner in the same outfit with the same shoes goes and decides he's going to run stadium stairs, totally different exercise, totally different soreness that is going to set in. I only bring that to you because while carrying 40 pounds, and 40 pounds is not a whole lot of weight, but who knows how long he had that on? Who knows how long that walk was? I mean, either way, it seems like a little bit of a silly argument, but if this is not a guy who's ever carried around a level of weight before and he then takes it off, yeah, I could see where he's going to have some kind of an effect and it bothers his legs. Let me give you a story. I got a teammate, Terry Sokaju, and Sokaju's first fight in the UFC. Sokaju used to come to the ring in a predator mask. It was this great entrance. He had this long hair that was coming down. He was built like a Greek god, and then he's got this mask on. It was very cool at the time. As simple as it may sound, he was the only guy that was kind of walking to the ring with a mask on type deal. So it helped. It made him stand out. He took it off. He looked the part. It was this great entrance, but in his first time in the UFC, he was going to fight Machida. And Machida, on a backstory, by the way, got in like the day before. He had all sorts of travel issues. There's all this stuff against Machida. Sokaju gets ready to walk to the ring. He's warmed up. He's prepared. Everything's ready. Out of absolute nowhere, he pulls this predator mask like out of the air and puts it on. Well, the mask was basically suffocating him. It wasn't made to wear in that kind of a situation where your heart rate's up and the pressure's up and everything's going on. You got to look around and air's a little bit thin in the back anyway. And he basically can't breathe, but the mask is on and he's making his walk, so he goes for it. I only offer you that story because it is one of these things, and I saw it with my own teammate, where there is some unknowns. What seemed like a really great idea, but you never rehearsed or practiced, can really come back and bite you in the ass. So my question to you guys is, at what point does a ring entrance harm the athlete? And in Sokaju's case, who I'm going to give a pass to because he's my friend and teammate, but I am going to pick on Wilder a little bit. It's kind of a goofy thing to do any kind of a ring entrance, even if it's to offer a level of entertainment. Anything where your face and you're in the business of being recognized, you're in a star-driven business, so anytime you would be on camera but hide the only commodity that you have to sell, which is you, is weird. You don't want to hide your face. There's a reason football players as a whole are very randomly recognized. Very randomly out on the street will somebody just go, oh my God, you're in the NFL and you're so-and-so. It's very rare. Only the ones that really get the media attention. And the reason is they're covered up. Nobody knows what they look like. They got a helmet on and a mask on all the time. It's just one of these things that come with the job. Their body looks totally different. They got shoulder pads. I mean, it's just one of these things that comes with the job. If they had it their way, they would have their face out there. They'd be shown. They get their moment in the sun. So for Deontay Wilder to ever walk out and cover up his own face is a little bit weird. But if it's a cool entrance and it's going to make for a great walk and make people want to see you in the future, perhaps there's a long-term play. The problem is when Deontay is trying to add to his show where he's got a built-in purse already, he's kind of breaking the rule of business of don't sell what's already sold. Hey, Deontay, if I'm going to see your cool entrance and see this wild costume that you got, it means I've already pushed the buy button. Just walk out. Get your FaceTime. Don't have 40 pounds on. Don't have this weird, goofy excuse after the fact. But I will tell you, it doesn't make it untrue. It's baffling. I get it. And people are resisting it. I get that too. But it doesn't make it any less true. I had to cut weight one time. I'll personalize this. And there's all sorts of new ways that athletes in combat that have a weigh-in are cutting weight, and they're so much more sophisticated, largely because of Mike Dolce. Mike Dolce, when he came from the bodybuilding world to the MMA world, had so many tricks and secrets that really revolutionized the way that guys would pull out that water weight. But this is before all of that, so I'm going off the old school rules of throwing on what's called plastics, putting all my gear on top of that, and running it off. So I end up in a workout room in Las Vegas, and I was looking for the treadmill. Either there wasn't a treadmill, the treadmill was taken, or the treadmill didn't work. I don't know which of the three it was, but I've got no treadmill. The next best thing, and the only other piece of equipment in there, is a stair stepper. Okay, great. We'll use the stair stepper. I use a stair stepper. I've never used a stair stepper. And I will tell you 40 minutes later, which is how much time I would have put it on the treadmill, 40 minutes later, I can't feel my legs. And what part of my legs I can feel don't feel good. They were heavy and sore and they hurt, but it was a lesson. I made the weight, but the lesson learned was just prior to a competition, don't do anything with any body parts. Don't work any muscles that are not conditioned, that you haven't worked. And yeah, Deontay brings up a weird excuse, and Deontay fired his own coach for throwing in the towel and protecting him, but at the other end, proclaimed why he didn't look good. I feel like those two don't go hand in hand. Hey, I was just getting ready to come back. Stop that big fool. You know what? Tonight kind of was bad for me. I wore that costume out there. My legs were shot. I just don't know that they go hand in hand. I don't know that they have to. I'm just offering for you, as unique of an excuse as this was, it doesn't make it dishonest.